I'm taking you to the islands of Panama. And after this video, you will be able to make your mind whether you want to go to Bocas del Toro or skip that and go to Boca Brava. I got to see my first sloths. This is one of the most incredible days of this entire year. Welcome to Bocas del Toro, the most touristy place in all of Panama. I mean, look behind me. Do you really blame it? So, in this video, I will take you to the main highlights. Sadly, I only have 3 days to spend here, and there's a lot of islands. Let's start! I'm heading to Bocas del Toro from Boquete, which is the adventure capital of Panama. There's so much to see and do here. If you want to find out more, click on the link above. I've just arrived in Bocas del Toro town on Colon Island, and this is where you have the airport as well. Well, this is what it looks like. Sadly, not much. So I've just put my bags and we are heading over to the floating bar for a beautiful sunset. My first sunset in Bocas del Toro was a huge hit. I had a lot of fun, and the stuff at the floating bar was also really fun. So I thought this was the best I was gonna get, but wait for another one that comes later in the video. Oh, and getting around these islands is quite easy. They charge $1 to $5 depending on the distance, and there's always some boats around. Good morning! I'm doing the tour of Zapatios Islands today. So I booked the tour yesterday. I woke up and it was raining, like cats and dogs, and I thought it would not stop for the next 3 days. So I thought maybe I should cancel it. But turns out that's a pretty common thing if you are here in December. Rains in the morning, clears up soon afterwards. And that's exactly what happened. So we left around 10 a.m. from Bocas del Toro town. And then we got to our first stop, which was to see dolphins in the Dolphins Bay. I'm gonna be honest, I was a little bit sad to see all the dolphin chasing because there were too many boats. So we did get to see, a few dolphins, but every time you see one, people would start running towards it. And then obviously they hate the sound of engine and they would get scared and they would move in a different direction. The chase continues, and it's kind of a sad thing. The second stop was one of my favorites for the whole day, and that's because I got to see my first sloths. The first couple of them we saw, they were like hidden quite up in the trees, but the third one I saw was actually a baby sloth, and his cute little face is the one to die for. I am honestly happy I got to see one. We left the sloths and then we headed over to Isla Cayo where we did the snorkeling. Now it's a okay spot for snorkeling. You see some corals, some colorful ones, but most of them are dead or dying, and there's not much of a marine life there. It was just nice to just swim around basically, but I wouldn't really, pin high hopes on seeing something amazing here. The other thing that annoyed me was that there were no fins, but I think it was a good thing because I didn't think I was a good swimmer, but turns out I'm not too bad without the fins either. So after that we went, got some lunch, and I had my first slide experience, which I was really happy about because I've never done it before. I've been too scared. But this was nice, clean water and a ladder nearby, so I just jumped in. It was a nice place to have a quick lunch. One thing I would recommend is if you're coming and your trip doesn't include lunch, which it most probably won't, bring some with you. It is quite expensive and it takes ages to prepare. And the last point is Zapatio Islands. So there are two. We are in Zapatio 1. The waves are quite strong here, but the beach is beautiful. Let's go explore it together. Isn't this a neat little paradise? So the only thing that makes me a little sad is that there's a little bit of trash around, so please make sure you take whatever you bring with you back on your boat and not lying around here. I also want to give you a little bit of a couple of tips. So one, make sure not to buy any tours from the street vendors. Contact your hotel and then go with a reputable agency, check their reviews. But honestly, even then, do not expect much. I came with a good agency and I'm not going to recommend them because it was not what they promised. Bring some water and cash with you because they didn't have any and most of them don't. And you will need to pay for your lunch with cash, or bring yourself a sandwich. The food was not that great here, to be honest. It's time to head back to Isla Colon, but not without saying hello to these cute starfish. The best we saw in all of Bocas del Toro. More about that later. Well, time for another sunset. I just got back, had a nice shower, and I'm at Aqua Lounge to see that amazing sunset. Let's watch it together. Unlike its northern neighbor, Panama just doesn't get enough credit. I really think it's super underrated and really beautiful country. So I created an entire playlist for all the destinations, things to do, as well as travel guide. So click on the link above and check it out. Good morning from my second day. I am heading to Isla Bastimentos, which is the biggest island here. Let's go explore some beautiful beaches together. There is a chance to see some sloths, so keep your eyes open. It takes about 10 minutes to walk to the beach. I'm gonna be looking up, so no recording until we get to the beach. This is the Red Frog Beach, and while I was expecting a bunch of tiny red frogs hopping on a cute little beach, it's actually quite rough. And I think on this side of the island, it is going to be quite rough. The water is calmer on the other side. But I'm here, so I'm gonna enjoy this because it is still really beautiful. Let me show you around. Red Frog Beach was beautiful, but what's so special today is that it's deserted because it's Christmas and there's no one around. Well, I'm gonna spend some time here and then it's time to go get some nice Christmas lunch. Who's had grilled chicken tacos with a brownie for Christmas lunch? This guy, and now he's walking to the Polo Beach to burn all the calories. So I'm walking there. Apparently it's a 45 minutes walk, and I was told that I have to go through the island, but looks like this is a new way. It's also a little bit sad because I can see a lot of, the vegetation being cleared to make presumably hotels, villas, etc., which is destroying the nature here. It also brings me to my other regret. I should not have stayed at Bocas del Toro town. It's not a great place. It's just very random. And you can do everything like from pretty much anywhere. So I would recommend staying here on a smaller island nearby to have better experience. I also really wanted to have a sunset at the beach, but I couldn't because I have to get back to the town. So it has turned into a little path now. Let's see how far we can go before we get to the Polo. I just got here and got my Christmas surprise. There is no beach, it's all underwater. But it's still beautiful, and I didn't walk here like for 45 minutes for nothing. So I'm gonna explore around, chill a bit here before heading back, and obviously show you what the beach looks like. By the way, it's called Polo Beach because of a guy called Polo. He ran away from home when he was like 14, 15 because of heartbreak, and he's been living here ever since. I didn't see him, otherwise I would have introduced you to him. If you see him, say hello. Apparently he does make some food which you can buy from. I just got back to Bocas town and there's not a dull moment on this trip. So two things happened in the last 1 hour. One, my drone fell into the water. Second happened, which made me forget all about the drone, and that is I actually got to see a sloth. So while I was waiting for the boat, a sloth, it was really high up first, but then it slowly came down right here. I just couldn't believe my eyes. I was screaming, shouting, laughing, dancing all at the same time, and it absolutely made my day. So honestly, it makes me think that you should stay in Isla Bastimentos even more. Buenos dias, it's another cloudy start of the day and I'm in Bocas del Drago. You don't need a tour to get here. All you need is go to the main square, which I did, took a bus, 45 minutes later I'm here. It is quite cloudy, so I've decided to walk to the Starfish Beach. My drone sadly is gone. Rest in peace, my little friend. You helped me a lot. So unfortunately, I can't show you these beaches from above, but we'll still continue. Let's go. From the bus stop, it took me about 20 minutes to get to the Starfish Beach, and honestly, this was the best part of the whole experience. I got to the Starfish Beach and left after an hour. So from the start to the very end, the place is full of restaurants and bars, and they're blaring loud music. There's no space to sit unless you buy something from them. At the very end, there's too many people, and the place has essentially been ruined by boats coming in and out, which are also blaring loud music. There's like pretty much no starfish left, and this is what happens when mass tourism takes over. Do yourself a favor and skip this in favor of something better, more, on a smaller island or something. That's all from Bocas del Toro and the Caribbean side of Panama. It is time to check out the Pacific side, and trust me, it is much, much better. I'm taking you to Boca Brava. I took a taxi from David Airport to Boca Chica, then it was a 5-minute boat ride, and then I was picked up by my hotel. Hola, buenos dias from paradise. I'm in Boca Brava. This place is gorgeous. If you are coming to one of these hotels in Boca Brava, take their transfer. This is the best tip I'm gonna give you right now. I'm staying in aptly named Boca Brava Paradise, and while this is not a luxury establishment, the views from up here are absolutely stunning. You have to say hello to some other residents of the hotel. My God, he's so cute. Every time I try to go away, he's like, come back. Yes. Oh my God, look at you. So beautiful. I am all settled now, and let's go explore this beautiful island together. Welcome to my very own private beach for the day, Playa Coca. Now, it took about 25 minutes. I walked through the jungle, which was really nice and calm. And then I got to the pier, and there was a sign for Playa Coca. About 10 minutes from there, and I'm at the beach. And I think I'm the only one here. There was a family here, but I think they've left. Oh my God, look how beautiful and how big this beach is. Honestly, Boca Brava has exceeded all my expectations. It's really beautiful. I got back from the beach and just took a nap because honestly I was tired after the walk, all that sweating and swimming and whatnot. So yeah, I just woke up and realized that I am sunburned. So I put some cream on and some more sunscreen, but let's see how much that helps. So I'm gonna be spending some time out of the sun and into the pool. Honestly, I wish I had more time to stay here. I would love to stay more and just, this is one of those places where you just recharge, you disconnect from everyone else, and you just reconnect with yourself, just overlooking these beautiful islands, that gorgeous sunset, the play on clouds every single day, every single hour. It's something different, it's something new. You have horses, you have howler monkeys shouting and screaming at times, you have these beautiful birds. There's literally nothing wrong with this place. It's so amazing. Well, if you are looking to recharge, just disconnect, this is a really good option, and honestly, it's not that expensive either, so I would recommend coming here, definitely. Let me show you this a bit more, and yeah, I'm gonna get some dinner and get some sleep, and see you tomorrow morning. Buenos dias, it's my second day in paradise, and it looks like the perfect day and place for some yoga. So I'm gonna do that, get some breakfast, and then we go island exploring. But I need to introduce you to someone before. That's my new buddy who has the perfect life because she has the best views and she also gets to sleep a lot. Look, she's so cute. Ew, ew, ew. I love how lazy she is. It's time to get to my favorite islands in all of Panama. Let's go. I'm at the first island and the first beach. This is called the Secret Beach. And honestly, it's a first for me because this is the first white sand, beautiful beach I've seen on the Pacific side. It's always been black or gray sands wherever I've visited before. Oh, it's gorgeous! I'm gonna swim around, chill around, and then we head over to the next beach. It's not so good for snorkeling here. I hope we get to do that later. Oh my god, look at that! This is what you call lunch with a view. While you enjoy Panama, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so I can bring you some more amazing travel destinations. A lot of them you don't even know you need to go. So subscribe now. So we just got to our second island and I have the two nicest ladies from Panama. They will tell you where we are and they have a message for you about Panama. Over to you, Natalie.
Hi, yeah, we are in Parida Island here in Chiriquí province in Panama. As you can see, this is just paradise. I mean, look at the water and then a lot of palm trees. And this is amazing. You have to come.
Come to Panama. We're gonna welcome you with open arms, and you're gonna find as many beautiful views like this and many more. You're welcome here.
Come to Panama. You've heard them. I don't want to leave this place. Oh my god. How cool is this place? Seriously. We just got to our third island, Games, and this one has an extra surprise. There are two beaches, double beaches. We're gonna spend another hour here before heading back. I went into the sea and my mic got soaked, so I don't know if it's gonna come back to life or not, but I'm happy regardless. Oh. This is one of the most incredible days of this entire year. Wow, love it. Look at that crystal clear water and the temperature was absolutely perfect. And the best part, there were no crowds like Bocas del Toro here. That's all from the beautiful islands of Panama, and I hope I made your mind up about going to Boca Brava instead of Bocas del Toro. Do let me know in comments what you think.